Ready, 1, 2, yeah. I need some love, that's true.
Yes, that's true. Yes, I know I do.
So give me.
Whoa!
What I cry for. You got the brand new kisses that I die for. You know you made me love you. Are you going to sing the regular? I'll sing the rest. You made me Panna Cotta.
Okay, dancing better.
I shouldn't put my day job.
Yes.
Say what?
He made me fishless.
That's very professional.
That's me, professional.
Very professional.
I know.
You're a pro.
So you better listen to me. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to make panna cotta. Does anybody already know how to make it?
She does, but she does. No.
Then what are you doing here? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Anyway. We do have fun, don't we? Okay. Now, panna cotta comes from the other side of Italy. I'm from Sicily, but this comes from the Piemonte area in northern Italy. And it's amazing that a Sicilian learned how to do this. But anyway, I searched for, different recipes, and I tried out several recipes before I actually, got to this one, which I like the best. And, most of the recipes, they have 3 common ingredients: heavy cream, gelatin, and sugar. Wherever you look, different recipes will always have those 3 ingredients. Now this one has milk in it, and milk in it, in addition to the heavy cream and vanilla extract. And the nice thing about this is you could do a lot of different things with it. You can serve it, like in a bowl, and people can scoop it out, that way. Or you can make, what's wrong with this thing?
Nothing.
It's echoing, isn't it?
No.
Okay.
We're not echoing.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. By the way, her name is Dakota. Anyway, you could put them in ramekins and serve them that way, or you could put them in wine glasses or other, type of dessert dishes. So you can do them that way. If you want to take them out of the ramekin or whatever bowl you have it in, you just have to cut around it and then put it in some warm water. Just put it and then turn it over, and voila. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you guys into the cash bar, and we're going to. And I'll show you how to do it, because most of it is going to be done in the kitchen. So come on down, everybody. 3 tablespoons. So that's 3. And then I'm going to add my gelatin. Now, different people, different recipes. Some say you should sprinkle it on. Some say just mix it right in. I think it's best to just sprinkle it kind of on there. And I'm going to do 4 teaspoons of the gelatin. And like I said, I'm just going to sprinkle it on here. Is your bowl cold? I just got it out of here, probably not. And the way I'm going to make it tonight is, there's different ways to make this, but the way I'm going to make it, because we are talking about harvest fruits, what I'm going to do is, when I'm done with my panna cotta, it's going to be layered fruit, fresh fruit. And I have pomegranates, I have pears, and oranges that I'm going to put on top of my panna cotta. Now, and then we need to time this for 5 minutes. Who wants to do the... Okay, thank you. So, 5 minutes there. Meanwhile, I'm going to work in here. First I'm going to do my heavy cream. I'm going to put 3 cups in here of heavy cream.
Oh, thank you. That's good.
There we go. And then 1 cup of whole milk. You want to use whole milk because you want it to be creamy. So that's 4 cups total. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to, oh, by the way, let me talk about my ice bath. My ice bath, I'm going to put the pot on top of this to rapidly cool it. And she said that way the cream doesn't separate. So that's what that's for. And then you want it half full, so that when you put your pot on top, it doesn't, come in. So, okay, I'm going to put this in my pot. You want to use a large saucepan for this. And can I have a helper to light the stove, please?
Ken, you got a match?
Helpers. Help.
Light the stove. We need someone to light the stove.
Now, also, guys, you'll see that you're going to use half a cup of granulated sugar and a pinch of salt. And I already did that in here. I got my pinch of salt in that in here. I'm going to stir this in.
Okay, which one do you want to use?
Any one of them. So I'm going to add this, and then I'm going to let this melt over. Right.
Okay. I'm gonna
So
put salt.
at about medium heat, do we have a light here?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just going to let this heat up a little bit. You don't want it to boil. You just basically want it to simmer and melt your sugar in there. Okay? So I'm going to do that. And the nice thing about this recipe, there's very few ingredients, so it's a real simple recipe. But it really does taste good, I thought. And Dave liked it too. I tried one. He's my guinea pig, by the way. But yeah. But I tried one that was a buttermilk combination with the cream and everything. But to tell you the truth, it had a real tart taste, almost like yogurt. And I personally didn't really care for it.
What did you couple it with? What kind of fruit did you couple it with?
Well, that recipe asked for pomegranates and mandarin.
With buttermilk?
With the buttermilk.
Interesting.
Yeah, and this was a Martha Stewart recipe. So, but she's got a lot of panna cotta recipes. And by the way, panna in Italian means cream, and cotta means cooked. So that's where it gets its name. Sandy knows that. So this really doesn't take very long. I think, hey, foodie, Montana, get over here. So it's supposed to simmer.
Yeah.
So,
Just to make sure that the sugar is dissolved.
yeah, so that's basically
So then you see
it, right?
steam coming out, it'll be dissolved. Thank you for giving me a.
Now, last month, Andrea,
Yes.
Montana, also known as Montana, she made semifreddo, and which is, it's similar. Now,
different.
with this one, the one thing that's very different is that with semifreddo, it's for that, but that's okay, we're good. Now, with the semifreddo, you use egg yolks. There's no egg.
And not in my recipes.
Oh, yours didn't? Oh, okay, because there's no eggs in this, so. So I'm just making sure that this is melted. It shouldn't take much longer. You want to keep stirring it, just keep it going. Now, after I do this, I'm going to take that gelatin and I'm going to microwave it, because that'll melt the gelatin, and then I'm going to add it to my mixture here. Okay, Ohio. Okay, and this, by the way, if you don't know why she's calling me Ohio, and I'm calling her Montana, and this is Dakota, and this is Nevada, because this is some kind of clique that we're in.
It's a cult.
It's a cult. So yeah, it's an exclusive cult of crazy women, right?
That's what it's called, crazy women.
One thing that I would say too, if you're not a big user of cream or heavy cream, you could be in the dairy aisle for a while before you realize that heavy whipping cream is actually what you're after.
Yes, that's true. Is that what mine says?
Yes,
Heavy
yeah,
whipping?
I think that's heavy whipping
Yeah,
cream.
it's not
Yes, you're right.
clear to most humans who want to get into cooking and don't have the first clue about what's available in the dairy case. And heavy whipping cream is actually the same as heavy cream. And to not feel like this is like the best friend you have in the entire market is this thing. I've always been afraid of gelatin for some crazy reason. I've never appreciated it. I've never really understood the science behind it.
Probably just the body.
I think that's pretty much, I think this is pretty much,
Exactly, that's why.
what do you think, Montana?
It's
Montana?
Yeah,
It's
you're there,
hot.
you're there.
Okay, I think right there.
Maybe you can see
Okay.
steam, the sugars dissolve.
Is dissolved. Okay, now, I'm gonna take my, my gelatin, and I'm gonna put it in the microwave for 15 seconds. Is this thing on right? Okay. I guess that's all right, okay. Now, I don't know how to work this one. Oh gosh.
When you hit start, that's going to be 30 seconds.
What?
You hit start, that goes 30 seconds automatically.
Oh,
Saying it's
so
15
what
minutes.
is it now? How do I clear it though? See, mine's different.
Open the door.
No, see, it starts it. How,
Open the door, maybe.
Just start it and we'll count to 15.
okay.
2 went out, 3 went out.
I'm just looking up there.
That should be
That's
about
it.
it.
Okay, you see that it kind of, liquefied, doing it that way? And other recipes, you don't necessarily have have to put this in the microwave, but I thought this was kind of a neat way of doing it. See? Yeah. So now I'm going to put it in my mixture here and stir it up. And then I'm going to add my vanilla.
Can you
Now,
substitute the liqueur, the flavoring that you ever put in, like almond or
yeah,
lemon?
you can put whatever. In fact, I saw one of the panna cotta. You could actually use pieces of lemon in your panna cotta. So you could, you could do it. You could flavor it however you want. And it's pretty easy. This is a real easy recipe. But I thought it was pretty good too. So now I'm just stirring it in with the vanilla. And now I'm going to put it in my ice bath so that it'll cool pretty rapidly. And you want to stir it during this process.
Do you have that written down?
It should be on there, yeah.
Right here.
I think it's number 5. Stir with the spoon until it's cool to the touch.
Oh, okay.
And it says to stir in the vanilla afterward, but you could do it before too. It's not going to hurt anything. And then what you do, you put these in ramekins or bowls or whatever you want to put them in. And then you have to keep them in the refrigerator for 4 hours though.
Do
Yeah.
you have to coat the lining of the ramekins or even the general?
This one didn't say to do that. It says it says you can serve right from the cups or to unroll, run a thin, sharp knife around the inside edge of the ramekin, then dip the ramekin in very hot water for about 5-10 seconds. And make sure you don't get any water in there. So that's what she says. I just eat them right out of the bowls of
Yeah, the little ramekins.
Yeah, it's just
And
easier.
if you wanted a shallow one, you could do them in,
Like you do
the tart, like,
What is it, a tart?
yeah, tart. And the tart ramekins are about half the height of a
And by the way, this is already cooling off. That's how quickly it cools off in an ice bath. So, I've never really done anything like this before.
Can you feel it start to thicken?
Yeah. But it'll really thicken when it's in the refrigerator. Yeah. So, we could put this in a bowl. We could put it, for now, I don't know.
Ramekin?
You have a ramekin? Did you bring it?
Your vocabulary word. He likes that word. You want to be using it in a sentence.
You know what, mine were kind of nice, like keys and wires. I'm just looking at these things.
Whichever one has it close.
You know, I'm just looking at these things. These are kind of cool, huh? And you could even probably get them out and have them as a mold.
Dessert for two.
Yeah.
That's pretty rich, right?
It's rich. It doesn't seem that rich, but it is. It's not low calorie or low cholesterol, let me tell you. And so, yeah, we can just put them out in these dishes. Like I said, it's going to take 4 hours for this to, and I already have it made. So you guys will be able to try that. And in fact, and then after that, once, you know, you've done it for 4 hours, some say 3 hours, some say 4. I just go by whatever the person who wrote the recipe, you know, because they tested them. We could try the ones that I made. But, oh yeah, after you take them out of the refrigerator for 4 hours, then you use your chopped fruit and then just lay it on top. And you can use whatever you want. You know, I'm using oranges, pomegranate, and, what do you call it, pears, because those are in season. But a lot of times they use strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, and they even make a syrup out of it. You know, I think that's a lot of sugar if you make a syrup out of it. And, you know, it's sweet enough as it is.
But you didn't put any sugar, did you?
Oh, yeah, I did. I used a half a cup of sugar, which I already had measured out, and a pinch of salt. Okay? So it's very easy. Very, very easy. Excuse me. I'm going to get the ones that I already made, and I hope they set okay. They're not too gooey. Okay, so and I have some bowls here, and we'll get a nice spoon, and you can start spooning, and you can take some, I made some last night in small jars that I had, and you can take those home. I made 13. I thought we were only going to have 8, but I thought, you never know. And sure enough, we have 13 people here today. Lucky number, right?